Your power is not in your muscles. It is not in your bank account or your job title or the approval of others. Your true power, the force that shapes your reality, builds empires, and creates a life of meaning, is located in one place and one place only: your ability to direct your focus. Attention is the currency of creation. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. Where your energy flows, your life grows. This is the oldest and most fundamental law. So let me ask you a question. Where is your attention right now? Please. Even as you listen to these words, is a part of your mind rehearsing a difficult conversation for tomorrow? Is another part replaying a mistake from yesterday? Is a notification on your phone pulling at the edges of your awareness? Sir. If the answer is yes, you are not alone. But you have been given the wrong diagnosis for your condition. You have been told you have a short attention span. You have been told to try harder, to be more disciplined. You have been made to feel as if you are personally failing, as if your mind is fundamentally flawed. This is a lie. Your focus has not weakened. Your attention span has not shrunk. Your focus has been stolen. You are living in the middle of the greatest heist in human history, the systematic theft of individual attention. And it is so pervasive, so constant, that we have forgotten what it feels like to be whole. We have forgotten what it feels like to be powerful. This ends today. Because today you become a detective. You will identify the thieves who have been robbing you blind day after day. They are invisible, but once you see them, you can never unsee them. And once you name them, you can begin to reclaim what is rightfully yours. There are three great thieves of your focus. The first is the ghost of tomorrow. This thief is your own anxiety, your constant projection into a future that does not exist. It lives in the what ifs. What if I fail? What if they say no? What if something goes wrong? Every moment you spend in anxious projection, you are taking the precious energy of your present and using it to build a phantom future you do not want. You are paying interest on a debt you may never owe. The ghost of tomorrow drains your power by convincing you that you must solve every potential problem right now. It turns your mind into a frantic 24-hour simulation machine, running endless negative scenarios. It's exhausting. And it is the perfect crime because you are both the victim and the perpetrator. You are robbing yourself. The second thief is the anchor of yesterday. This thief is your regret, your resentment. It is the heavy, dense energy of the past that you carry into the present. It is the conversation you keep replaying, the mistake you can't forgive, the wound you refuse to let heal. Every time you replay a past failure, you are instructing your subconscious mind, this is who I am. I am the person who fails. You are strengthening the neural pathways of that old identity, making it harder to become someone new. The anchor of yesterday holds you hostage by convincing you that your past defines your present. It is a ball and chain that prevents you from moving forward, forcing you to drag the weight of every mistake into every new day. It steals your focus by keeping your gaze fixed on the rearview mirror, ensuring you will crash into the future. These two thieves are powerful, but they are your own creations. You have the power to dismiss the ghost and cut the anchor. But the third thief is the most dangerous of all, because it comes from the outside. The third thief is the noise of the crowd. This is the constant, unrelenting flood of other people's opinions, demands, emergencies, and expectations. It is the notifications on your phone, the endless scroll of social media, the urgent email from a coworker, the drama of a friend. Each of these is a small hook thrown at your attention. Each notification is a small drill boring a hole in your focus. On their own, they seem harmless. A tiny interruption, but add them up, hundreds of times a day, and you are left with a mind that is not your own. You are left with a consciousness that is fragmented into 1,000 tiny pieces, scattered across the priorities of everyone else. This thief is the theft is insidious, because it disguises itself as connection, as responsibility, as staying informed. But it is not. It is a war for your most valuable resource. Every corporation, every algorithm, every person with an agenda is fighting to colonize a small piece of your mind. And when they succeed, they steal your power to create, to think deeply, to solve your own problems, and to build your own life. They leave you with just enough focus to consume and react, but never enough to build and command. So look at them now. None of this build and command. So look at them now. The ghost of tomorrow, the anchor of yesterday, the noise of the crowd. These are not your character flaws. They are the thieves who have been robbing you of your birthright. Now that you have seen them, you can no longer be a willing victim. Now the reclamation begins. You have named the thieves. You see them now for what they are. But identifying them is only half the battle. To truly defeat them, you must understand the primary weapon they use to keep you weak and distracted. This weapon is a myth, a lie, so pervasive that it is celebrated as a strength on resumes and glorified in hustle culture. It is the myth of multitasking. We have been taught to believe that a divided mind is a productive mind, that juggling a dozen tasks at once is a sign of high performance. We brag about multitasking, wearing our busyness as a badge of honor. Let us be clear, multitasking as you think of it does not exist. It is a neurological impossibility. And embracing this illusion is the single most effective way to ensure you live in a permanent state of diluted power. Your brain, for all its wonder, cannot focus on two complex tasks simultaneously. It is not a dual-core processor. When you think you are multitasking, what you are actually doing is a process called context switching. Imagine a spotlight operator in a dark theater. Their job is to illuminate one actor on stage. And that is deep focus. Now imagine being asked to illuminate two actors on opposite sides of the stage at the exact same time with that single spotlight. It's impossible. The best the operator can do is switch the light back and forth very, very quickly. From the audience, it might look like both actors are getting some light. But in reality, neither is ever fully illuminated. The stage is filled with frantic movement, shadows, and flickering light. The performance is chaotic. The audience is disoriented. This is your mind when you multitask. You are the spotlight operator. Every time you switch from your report to your email, from your creative work to a text message, you are violently swinging your focus from one side of the stage to the other. This switching is not free. It comes at a tremendous neurological cost. First, there is the time cost. Studies have shown that constant context switching can consume up to 40% of your productive time. 40%. Nearly half of your workday is not spent doing work, but in the mental gear shifting between work. You are spending your power on the commute, not at the destination. When you switch tasks, your brain doesn't make a clean break. A part of your attention remains stuck on the task you just left behind. This is called cognitive residue. So, when you're checking that quick email, part of your mind is still thinking about the report. And when you switch back to the report, a residue of the email's urgency and content lingers, preventing you from achieving a state of deep focus. You are never fully present. You are never operating at 100%. Your work becomes shallow, rushed, and riddled with errors. You are producing a shadow of what you are truly capable of. But the most dangerous cost is the addiction cost. Why do we do this? Why do we voluntarily fragment our own minds? Because every time you switch tasks, every time you check a notification, every time you refresh your feed, your brain gets a small, cheap hit of dopamine. It's a reward for novelty. It feels good. It feels like you're accomplishing something. You are neurologically conditioning yourself to be distracted. You are building an addiction to the feeling of being busy, not the reality of being affected. The noise of the crowd, the algorithms, the advertisers, they know this. They have engineered their platforms to be perfect dopamine delivery systems, ensuring you remain in a profitable loop of shallow engagement. This is the price of a divided mind. It's not just inefficiency. It is the systematic weakening of your cognitive power. It's the voluntary surrender of your ability to think deeply, solve complex problems, and create work that matters. A mind that is constantly switching is a mind that cannot build. It can only react. It can maintain, but it cannot create. It can consume, but it cannot command. To reclaim your power, you must first reject this myth. You must declare war on context switching. You must have the courage to do one thing at a time, to give one task the full, undivided, and sacred honor of your complete attention. Because in that undivided attention, you will find more than just focus. You will find your genius. Now, next step, we will forge this state of mind. We will build the ritual that makes it possible. You now understand the enemy. You see the thieves that steal your focus, and you understand the lie of multitasking that they use to keep you weak. Knowledge is the map, But a map will not carry you up the mountain. You must take the first step. We now move from the realm of theory into the arena of practice. We will not simply talk about focus, we will build a forge for it, a place where you will hammer your distracted mind into a sword of singular purpose. I call this practice the ritual of the sacred hour. This is the antidote. It is the core discipline from which all other progress will flow. It is simple to understand, but it will challenge you to your core. And if you commit to it, it will change the entire trajectory of your life. The sacred hour is a block of 60 to 90 minutes scheduled into your day, every single day. This is not a suggestion. It is a non-negotiable appointment with your future self. It is your time to work on the one single task that holds the most importance for your long-term vision. Not the urgent task, not what other people want from you. The important task, the one you've been procrastinating on. This is not about finding time. It is about making time. You must protect this hour as if it were a sacred temple, because it is. It is the temple where you build your future. To execute this ritual effectively, you must honor its three phases: preparation, execution, and completion. Phase 1, the preparation. The 10 minutes before the hour begins. You do not stumble into deep focus. You create the conditions for it. First, clear your physical and digital space. Your external environment reflects your internal state. A cluttered desk leads to a cluttered mind. Clean it. More importantly, close every single tab on your computer that is not essential for the task. Put your phone in another room. Not on silent. In another room. You must eliminate the possibility of distraction. You are creating a vacuum, a space of pure potential. Second, define your mission with absolute clarity. Do not begin the hour with a vague goal like work on my business. That is a recipe for failure. Be precise. Draft the 3 introductory paragraphs of the sales page. Write 500 words of chapter 1. Complete the first 2 modules of the online course. Complete the first 2 modules of the online course. A clear mission gives your mind a target it can lock onto. Third, hydrate. Drink a glass of water. Your brain is an organ that requires physical resources to function optimally. This is a simple, physical act that signals to your body, we are about to begin. Phase 2, the execution. The sacred hour itself. Now you begin. And you operate under one single vow, the vow of singularity. For the next 60 to 90 minutes you will work on your defined mission and nothing else. When the inevitable urge to check your email arises, you will notice it, and you will let it pass. When your mind wanders to the ghost of tomorrow, or the anchor of yesterday, you will gently, without judgment, guide it back to the task at hand. This is the work. The real work is not just doing the task. It is the constant, patient returning to the task. You must embrace the initial resistance. The first 15 to 20 minutes will be the hardest. Your brain, addicted to the dopamine of distraction, will rebel. It will feel bored, restless, agitated. This is the activation energy we spoke of. Do not fight it. Expect it. Acknowledge it. And keep working. See it as the thrashing of a beast as it is being tamed. Your calm persistence is what tames it. Your goal, especially in the beginning, is not to produce a masterpiece. Your goal is to complete the task. Consistency is far more important than intensity. Showing up and staying in the chair for the full hour, even if the work feels difficult and unproductive, is a massive victory. You are teaching your mind and body a new way of being. You are building the identity of someone who can focus. Phase 3, the completion. The 5 minutes after the hour ends. How you end the ritual is as important as how you begin. When your timer goes off, stop. Even if you are in a state of flow. First, you must acknowledge the victory. Close your eyes for a moment and consciously thank yourself for honoring your commitment. You are rewarding the behavior you want to replicate. You are telling your brain, this was a success. Second, capture any loose thread. In a notebook, jot down any ideas that came up or where you need to start next time. This allows your mind to fully disengage from the task, knowing it won't forget anything important. Finally, disconnect cleanly. Stand up, stretch. Walk away from your workspace for a few minutes. This creates a psychological boundary, signaling to your brain that the period of intense focus is over. allowing it to rest and consolidate the work you've just done. Turrets. This ritual is your training ground. It is your mind's gym. Some days the work will flow effortlessly. Other days, it'll feel like you are lifting a mountain. It does not matter. You show up anyway. You honor the ritual, because in doing so you are not just completing tasks. You are forging a new mind, a monk's mind, a mind that is sharp, clear, and impervious to the noise of the world, a mind that is truly powerful. You have the ritual. You have built the temple of the sacred hour. Within its walls you are forging a new mind capable of deep, world-changing focus. But a temple with unguarded gates will inevitably be overrun. The moment you commit to this practice, the moment you decide your focus is a sacred priority, you must prepare for a test. The world will not simply respect your new boundary. It will challenge it. The noise of the crowd does not surrender easily. Therefore, you must become a guardian. You must learn how to build an energetic boundary around your focus, making it impenetrable to the demands of others. Let us be clear, this is not an act of selfishness. This is the ultimate act of self-respect. Protecting your focus is not about rejecting the world. It is about ensuring you have something of true value to offer. A scattered, drained, and reactive person has nothing to give but their own chaos. A focused, centered, and powerful person can solve problems, create value, and serve others at the highest level after their sacred work is done. The invaders of your focus will come in three primary forms. You must learn to recognize them and have a strategy for each. The first invader is the urgent request. This is the coworker, the client, even the boss, who approaches you with their emergency. Their narrative is that their priority must become your priority right now. Their urgency is designed to hijack your nervous system and pull you out of your state of flow. The untrained mind capitulates immediately, abandoning its own important work to fight someone else's fire. You will not do this. You will use the schedule don't stop technique. When someone brings you their urgent task, you will remain calm. You will look them in the eye and say with quiet authority, I can see this is important, and I want to give it my full attention. I am in the middle of a protected block of deep work right now. I can address this for you at state a specific time, e.g. 11 am. Let's connect then. See what you have done. You have not said no. You have validated their need. You have respected their priority. But you have done so on your terms, without sacrificing your own commitment. You have taught them, gently but firmly, that your focus is not available for immediate hijacking. The second invader is the quick question. This is the most insidious of all, because it seems so harmless. A colleague leans over your desk. A family member sends a quick text. This will only take a second, they say. They are wrong. It does not take a second. It takes your entire state of flow, which may have taken you 20 minutes to build. It shatters your concentration, and the cognitive residue of their question will linger long after they are gone. To defeat this invader, you must establish office hours. This doesn't have to be formal. It is a boundary you communicate over time. You can tell your team, I am doing deep work from 9 to 10:30 am every morning. Please hold any non-critical questions until after that time, so I can give you better answers. When someone inevitably interrupts you during your protected time, you respond politely but firmly. That's a great question. I'm in my deep focus block right now, but I have time set aside for exactly this, at 10:30 am. Can you bring it to me then so it gets the attention it deserves? You are training the people around you. You are teaching them how to interact with your most valuable asset, your attention. Break. The third invader is the emotional summons. This is the friend who calls you to vent about their drama. The family member who pulls you into their anxiety. They are not asking for a quick question, they are asking for you to absorb their emotional state. They want you to leave your own centered reality and join them in their chaos. To guard against this, you must use the compassionate boundary. You acknowledge their pain without taking it upon yourself. You can say, I hear that you are going through a difficult time and I want to be there for you. I am in a protected block of work right now and cannot give you the presence you deserve. Can I call you back at state a specific time when I can be fully present with you? This is an act of profound respect, both for them and for yourself. It communicates that their feelings are valid, but that your own mental and energetic state is not a public utility. These techniques will feel uncomfortable at first. You have been programmed to be available, to be helpful, to say yes immediately. But every time you calmly hold your boundary, you are doing more than just protecting your hour. You are rewiring your own brain. You are teaching yourself that you are not a victim of circumstance. You are the guardian of your own mind. You are saying no to an immediate small request in order to say yes to your own great and important promises. That is not selfishness. That is integrity. Let us pause and look back at the path you have traveled. You began as a reed of a silent crime, your focus stolen by the ghosts of your own mind and the noise of the crowd. First, you awakened. You identified the thieves. Then, you rejected their greatest weapon, the neurological lie of multitasking. You then moved from knowledge to action. You built the temple of the sacred hour, a testament to your commitment. You learned to forge a monk's mind in the fires of the vow of singularity. And finally, you became a guardian. You learned to defend the gates of your mind with calm authority, turning away the interruptions of the world with compassionate, unbreakable boundaries. You had been given the map, the tools, and the armor. The final question is, what is the reward? What is the harvest you reap from this profound new discipline? The first harvest is internal. It is a feeling that you may have forgotten is possible. It is peace. It is the silencing of the frantic, anxious chatter of the ghost of tomorrow. It is the profound, unshakable feeling of being in control of your own inner world regardless of the chaos outside. You are no longer the leaf blown about by the storm. You are the eye of the storm. But this inner peace is only the beginning. The second harvest is external. It is the emergence of what will look to others like a superpower. When you direct your focus like a laser beam, you begin to warp reality to your will. Goals that have been stagnant on your list for years suddenly begin to move, then accelerate with breathtaking speed. You will accomplish more in one sacred hour than you used to in a full day of distracted, shallow work. The quality of your output will transform. You will no longer produce work that is merely done. You will produce work that is deep, insightful, and resonant. Work that solves hard problems. Work that has value. This is the foundation of all true success, all true wealth. And in the quiet space you create, something magical returns, your own genius. Your creativity, suffocated for so long under the noise of the crowd, will finally have the silence it needs to speak. You will have ideas, breakthroughs, and solutions that a distracted mind could never conceive of. This is the harvest of focus. It is not just about getting more done. It is a complete transformation of your identity. You stop trying to be a focused person, and you simply become one. You are no longer managing your power. You are power. You have all the knowledge you need. The transformation is no longer a distant possibility. It is a choice that sits before you right now. And like all powerful choices, it must be sealed with a declaration, an act that tells your subconscious mind that the decision is final. The comment section below is not a space for idle chatter. Today, it is a space for commands. It is the place you will issue the first order of your new, reclaimed mind. It is your vow of sovereignty. So I ask you now to make your commitment, to declare your independence from the forces that have stolen your attention. Write these 4 powerful words in the comments below. I command my attention. This is your declaration of power. It is your promise to yourself. Mandrake. It is the first official act of a mind that is once again your own. It is the signal to the universe that you are ready for the harvest. The world will always fight for your attention. It is the most valuable commodity on earth. Let them fight a losing battle. Reclaim your power.